EdgeConnex was founded in 2009 and in less than 10 years became one of the world's leading infrastructure providers for edge computing. Phillip Marangella is the Chief Marketing Officer at the company and is here to talk through the market trends and what's coming for the company. Phillip, thanks a lot for talking to me.
You're welcome.
When it comes to the value of data, how have you seen the value of data shifting in the last few years and what's going to be like in the future?
Yeah, I mean, it's tremendous growth in not only the value, but the volume of data. And that's a key role that we've played and help bring that data closer to the eyeballs, closer to the end users. And what you're seeing from the service providers when you talk about the value, data in the past, a lot of it would be discarded. Now there's a tremendous need to keep that data and to understand the trends of how people are consuming data and so forth. And this plays into machine learning, artificial intelligence and so forth. And you need to keep that data, analyze it, and this is the value of having the data center and closer proximity to the end users. Okay,
it's interesting that you mentioned machine learning and artificial intelligence, because the data center of the future will look very much different from where it is today, the edge data center even. What do you envision for the edge data center of the future? What will be a data center in 2040?
Well, I think there'll be a data center everywhere, right? And it's you know, we've seen it. We've developed the edge to where it is today with a lot of lights out facilities, right? Unmanned facilities that are highly efficient. You can still have all the biometrics, all the intelligence on the environmentals and all that kind of stuff on a single pane of glass. For that to continue to scale in the future years that you're talking about, it has to continue in that realm, right? Where you're going to have very small to maintain the efficiencies and the economics to build these things out. But again, you're going to have, it doesn't mean that the big data centers go away. It just means that the smaller data centers will continue to push out the edge and to complement and interconnect through the whole kind of ecosystem.
Okay, and that's interesting because there's still a lot of untrust. There's not enough trust from some enterprises, especially. In data centers, they use too much artificial intelligence. So if everything is automated, if there's no humans, lights out data centers, how can enterprise or how can operators like you help build this trust into the enterprise layer?
You know, it's a fair question. You know, it's just like Tesla, right? With the autonomous vehicles, having the trust of the car driving with all the sensor data and so forth. They're a leader in that respect. We're a leader in the same fashion. And over time, more and more car manufacturers will be doing this. More and more adoption will occur. So I think it's as people get comfortable and they see the benefits and they see the value that you know, having a security person at the front desk versus biometrics and 3D scans and retinal scans, that should mitigate for some of those concerns going forward.
Okay, and then beyond trusts, another thing that you mentioned this morning at Data Cloud Ireland 2018 was that power is sort of an issue or becomes a barrier sometimes for you to get into a market, and it doesn't matter where you go. It can be Madrid, Dublin, some markets in the US.
Right.
What needs to be done around the world to get this power issue sorted? Because we've been hearing about this for a long time, and data centers are becoming so important, and we need more and more and more. Yeah,
I mean, we're here in Ireland at the Data Cloud event, and it's a perfect example in Dublin is some of the power challenges to meet the future needs and demand. So it's not exclusive to Dublin. It's becoming more and more the mitigating factor of where companies decide to put their data center is to ensure that they have adequate power not only today, but in the future. So we as an industry need to work better, more closely with the power companies and also with alternative power, right? Green power is another key issue that we talked about today. And to find, you know, various means, you know, through traditional and through new power solutions to solve for that demand of power consumption going forward.
Where'd you get your power from? Or does it depend?
It varies by market, right? Traditionally, it's the grid power, right? We can augment it with other solutions, but primarily it's the grid power. And the customer went dual feeds. They want that diversity to ensure if things go down and so forth, but it's working with the power company.
Okay, and you've got some expansion projects lined up in Ireland, across Europe, especially in the US. Can you just give an overview of what's coming out of EdgeConnex, say, in the next 12 months?
Yeah, well, we're, in addition to the US, we continue to grow the edge where we are today. So we're on our second phase in many markets, like Denver, like Atlanta, Toronto, and so forth. We're extending to South America, going to Buenos Aires. So that will be a big extension to a whole new region.
Any plans to get into Brazil?
Not as of yet. It's Buenos Aires, and we're looking at Santiago as well. driven by our customers at the end of the day,
Okay.
right? So our customers are going to drive us to some of these new markets. So we'll continue to build out in Europe where we are today and look at some of the kind of more traditional edge markets that we have, like in the US, to do that in Europe as well.
Any plans for Asia and Africa, especially Asia?
Asia is a hot market for sure. But what we're trying to do is focus and execute, right? That's critical for our customers.
spreading out.
Yeah, instead of just going for the land grab, we want to focus and execute in those markets. So, but we talk to our customers about they like what we do in other places. So you need partners, you need help, and to find the right partners in a market like Asia, which is so vast, that's what we're looking at doing right now.
Okay, Philip, thanks a lot for talking to me.
Thank you.
Don't forget you can follow Data Economy on Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn, and also visit the website on www.data-economy.com.